Yeah, I thought fine, not great. We took 28 somewhere late in the game trying to come back, but kind of in the first 35 minutes of the game before it was before we were pressing and trying to speed up the game. I thought we got some good looks. I think at that point, we'd only made 3 or 4 at that point, maybe out of the first 20. And you expect to make a couple more, but that's 3-point variance, and that wasn't our issue tonight. Our issue was on the defensive side of the ball. Just inability to get stopped second half. It was close, and we could not stop them from putting the ball in the basket. So they shot 20 for 36 from two, over 60% from two, and that's just not good enough for us. We're obviously a big team. We pride ourselves on being physical. We pride ourselves on one-on-one defense, and we weren't able to defend well enough one-on-one tonight. Yeah, I think just variance. It's not something that I'm worried about. I think normally we'll make them 7 for 17. I just think it's an off night, so don't worry about that. And you can't really control that. Our guys are trying to make them. They work on them, so out of our control. Yeah, I think I always feel good about Mace. He plays the right way. He plays hard. He's really physical. He was able to put some balls in, and I thought he always plays well even when he doesn't score. So he's been solid as a rock for us. I think he'll continue to be that. His attitude, his work ethic, his approach is really good every day, and that's what makes him good. And I know he'll keep doing that for us. Throughout the rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, for us, we talk about being the underdog, having the underdog mentality all the time, and approaching every game like that. We have to be the scrappier team. We have to out hustle our opponents, and I did not feel that way tonight. I thought Princeton was more physical than us, and I think a lot of it's the defensive side of the ball, and that's what we just talked about. Is we gave up 80 points in 62 or 63 possessions, and that's just nowhere near good enough if we want to be competitive. So we have to find a way to get stops. I thought we've been very good defensively our last 2 games, and we let it slip tonight. So we got to go back and look at it. But just off feel in the game, I think there was a lack of physicality and pride in individual defense, and that's what we got to get fixed.